Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin West here, otherwise known as Pokedubs. First of all, as you may have noticed on your way into this video, we've got a new intro animation. Huge shout out to the graphic designer that I commissioned to do both, well, all three actually, my YouTube banner and my Twitter banner, which you can follow me on Twitter in my description or in my bio, and the intro / my custom logo. Her name is Stevia. I will link her socials down in the description of this video. You should definitely check her out. Prices were very fair. She has very good communication. Just all around great to work with, and she did fantastic work. Let me know what you think of the new intro video in the comments. But one of the thing we're going to jump into first is something that I had mentioned 2 videos ago, and then I didn't mention it again. We got this Raichu. I was thinking of how to... Man, look at how good that looks in this camera. If I avoid the light, which I have a solution for, I just haven't got it yet. This is the Raichu. And like we mentioned before, it's a really nice card. It's just that the surface is like, I don't know how to even say it. You can see right there, it's just like kind of grainy, I guess is probably the term I would use. But that's literally it. The card is perfect. Again, it's in Italian, but this is going to be the first giveaway we do. And I was thinking that, look at that foil. Man, these old school foils never cease to amaze me. I think what we're going to do for this is, I've been doing this channel for like a week now. It seems like I've been doing it for months. But we're already sitting at 80 subscribers. When we get to 100, that's when I will do a video to give this guy away. It'll be super easy. Just like ask a question. You can leave your reply in the comments, but we will get there when we get to 100 subs. So if you're watching, you're not subbed, definitely hit the subscribe button. Like, comment on any of the videos that you like. But the big goal right now is to get to 100 subs, and then we're gonna send one of you guys this graded Raichu. So that's pretty exciting. A special shout out to my sponsor, Zeke's Comics and Games in Washington, Illinois. If you haven't checked them out, I have a link to the website in the description of this video and the last video, and I'll have it in all future videos. For any of your sealed product needs, definitely go check him out. You can do pre-orders and stuff on there, and he's adding product all the time. So from Zeke's, we've got today the Cyrus and Klara Premium Tournament Collections. Some of you might be wondering what's actually in these, and that's a valid question. So we're going to take a look today. These are usually pretty good value. Some of these have gone up in price a little bit, and I actually know why, and I will show you why. And in my humble opinion, I think it's worth it. Let's do the Cyrus first. Cyrus is on a card, Boss's Orders, which is also a staple, you'll see here in a second, to the TCG. First of all, we just popped it open. We have Gyarados staring us right in the face. That's awesome. But we're presented with some damage counters. Nothing special. Very useful. I still don't really know what I plan to do. I have so many of these sitting aside. I use some different like aluminum ones for actual tournaments and stuff, but I have an awful lot of these set aside, so I'll probably just give them away to people as they need them, like at the shop and stuff. But always handy to have. So we got the dice in there, and then we can see right here, in my opinion, this is the coolest thing that they could add to the premium tournament collections, because this is really nice. They have never been quite this nice before. This is like it's a hard plastic. There's Cyrus right there, and it's a side load deck box, and so all the packs from the premium collection are actually in here. I just stuff them in there. So we'll take those out quick. Focus on this for a second. And then just like the previous video, we have the special condition markers for burn and poison. So yeah, it's giving you some of the things that you're going to need to get started playing for sure. You got a really nice deck box. Like, I actually really like this. It's very sturdy, very strong. It's got a place where you can indeed fit 60 sleeved cards in here. It might not seem like it, but that is the case. And then you can put like your dice and all that stuff in here, maybe extra sleeves or something. But these are pretty cool. I do like these deck boxes. So definitely nice. That certainly adds to the value of this box. Very, very nice. Like I said before, they've never been quite that nice in these premium collections. They've been a lot smaller. You couldn't like fit 60 sleeved cards in there, so that was kind of awkward. But then you have pretty much most of the things you need to get started in the game, which is super awesome. So we're going to set these to the side, and we're going to jump right into these packs. Just kidding. There's still more in here. We have the infamous Pokemon sleeves that, if you watched the last video, you know my opinion on these. They certainly look cool, but that's about it. I mean, that art is actually really sick. I like that a lot. My boy Gyarados in the back. But yeah, it's got that matte finish. Just not a big fan of it. Decent for just storing your cards. That's all I would recommend with them. You've heard my spiel before, so I'm not going to bore you with it again. Then, for the last contents of the premium collection, we've got a Cyrus coin. I don't know if that's going to show up really well, but like, that's pretty cool. Real sparkly. That was actually another thing I was going to mention. You'll see on a lot of cards it'll mention lots of things about like coin, like flip a coin, and if you get heads, do this or do that. In the actual, like in legitimate Pokemon tournaments, they don't actually flip coins. What happens is they will take a dice and they'll count like the even numbers as heads and the odd numbers as tails. And so you just roll the dice, and that's flipping a coin. We don't want to be flipping a bunch of coins all over the tables and getting crazy. I think legally you can flip a coin, but it makes more sense to just roll a dice. So in here, now we're going to have the premium art cards for these collections. This one right here is pretty awesome. I think they could have done a better art for Cyrus. Whoa. Now I know what you're thinking. I saw that price pop up. I thought this guy said he wasn't going to base his openings on how much money he gets back. That's true. I do not base the worth of opening Pokemon products on how much money I get back from the cards that I open. I do, however, think that it's fun and worthwhile knowing how much some of the bigger cards are that you pull. For example, if you're going to trade them, you want to make sure that you're going to get a card of equal value, at least, in return, for the most part, unless you just don't really care. So it's just nice to know. But again, I can't stress it enough. I do not value the worth of opening Pokemon products on how much money I'm going to get back out of the cards. It's all about enjoying opening the cards and looking at the art. That's why we're all here. So let's just have a good time and get back to the content. My opinion, it just looks kind of awkward in this picture, but still really cool nonetheless. It's a full art supporter. Very, very nice. Boss's Orders is a huge staple in the TCG. Says switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon. So this, as you might guess, is super powerful. It is your supporter for turn, but most of the time, I mean, we've seen Boss's Orders win so many games just by bringing up a big Pokemon from their opponent's bench and just knocking it out. So Boss's Orders is a huge staple. Love to see that. But that's not all that's in this. We've got the Boss's Order card. Now here's a better shot of it without the plastic on it. That's cool. But then you get, I think there's three regular sparkly foil Cyrus Boss's Orders. So those are kind of cool. Try to get some of the foil in there. Throw those right into a deck. Super useful. Love to see that. So I'll keep that there. We're going to jump into some of these packs. We've got Silver Tempest, Astral Radiance, 1 Brilliant Stars, and my boy Gengar on a Fusion Strike pack. So we're actually going to start with the Gengar Fusion Strike pack. And if we want, just for the sake of the channel, wow, these are really bent. I don't know if you can see that. There is what's called a card trick, where you put 4 cards from the back into the front. And so that way, for the sake of showmanship, it starts off better, and then the big hitter card will be in the back. So we got a Grass Energy, Togedemaru, Ninetales, Frosmoth, Klefki, Sizzlipede, Mudkip, Bunnelby, Drillbur, Snom Reverse Foil, and an Oricorio Fusion Strike. This is actually a really good card. I prefer it in a holo rare, but I don't know, you take what you can get. This is really good in the current like Mew VMAX deck. Basically, it's just your Fusion Strike Pokemon in play, which in Mew all of your Pokemon are usually Fusion Strike. They take 20 less damage, so there's a lot of damage modifiers in the standard format right now, and this is definitely one of them. So I don't know, we'll keep that, and we'll do our typical competitively viable card pile right there. But yeah, other than that, most of those cards, I didn't really like Fusion Strike as a set. Obviously, one of the most powerful decks in Mew VMAX came out of it. It's kind of been ruling in the land for a while. Hunting Gloves, Stevia, Berry. You'll see a lot of these cards basically reprinted, just in the form of draw 3 cards. Might seem like it's powerful, especially in like some other games, but in Pokemon, you definitely don't want to be using your supporter for turn to just draw 3 cards. It's not very good. When you can have supporters like Professor's Research, where you can discard your hand, ideally thin your hand down first, and then draw 7 cards. So that's like the optimal draw supporter. But whatever works. If that's how you want to build your deck, that's totally fine. Got a non-holo rare Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is a pretty cool Pokemon. But again, nothing crazy out of there. We'll go into Astral Radiance. Here is a code card for you guys. Let's start giving more of those away. We'll do the old pack trick. I'm gonna fly right through these, and then I actually have something super exciting. Featherball's pretty good in Mew, because Mew VMAX has 0 retreat cost. And Featherball says, search your deck for a Pokemon that has no retreat cost, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So you just go get a Mew VMAX if you want, or a Mew V. It doesn't specify whether it's an evolution Pokemon or not. It just says a Pokemon. So that's actually pretty good. But like I was saying, we have something super exciting to open up today too. I'm not going to get into explaining it right now. I'll wait till I have it in my hands. Otherwise, I'll get super sidetracked. We have a Hisuian Overquill. Reverse foil. Nice. And we have a Hisuian form Typhlosion V. I like the Hisuian form Typhlosion. I don't mind the fire type Typhlosion, but I think Hisuian form's pretty sweet. Nice. We'll keep that over here. Okay, so let's get organized here. Playable stuff. And although this isn't like technically a hit since it came in the box, we're gonna put it over there with the hits. Do another Astral Radiance pack. Let me know in the comments if since we're switching it up a tiny bit and doing something other than Scarlet and Violet, which of these sets you've opened up, which of them you're still opening up because they're still valid sets, and what cards you wanted out of them. There's been a lot of chase cards out of all these sets combined, for sure. Lots of cool cards, whether they're worth a lot of money or not. Again, I'm not going to preach it all the time, but I don't think there's a whole lot of use in valuing your fun out of Pokemon with the worth of cards. It can be fun, like I've said before, to just see how much your cards are worth, but I think the true joy is in just opening packs, having fun, and playing the game. If I could be an advocate for that, that'll certainly get you more excited about opening packs. There's a Silver Tempest code. Now, Silver Tempest had one of, and still one of the most powerful decks come out of it in Lugia V-Star. That deck is absolutely insane. I've played it at a few regionals. Unfortunately, I didn't do super well with it, but it's a really good deck. I think we've got something back there. Let's see. Reverse Klinklang. Nice. And we got a Regidrago V-Star. I like the Regis. I think they're pretty cool. Regidrago V-Star was a card that when it came out, it was like perceived to be really good, and I honestly thought it was going to be a good card, but it just ended up not really performing as well as people thought it was going to. It never really saw any huge competitive play, but the idea is still fun. Like the deck is still super fun. I'm not ever saying that a deck has to be a tournament winning deck in order to have fun with it. That's never the case. If you just have fun with any deck, that's all that matters, especially just getting into it. I think I love nothing more than when kids come to the shop to play in our tournaments, sometimes on weekends, and they've built their own deck and they're super proud of it. I think that's the coolest thing ever. There's one kid that comes all the time. He's been working on a deck for several months now, and every time he comes, I've actually gotten matched up against him quite a few times. You can see the different changes he's put into the deck and just the care and excitement he gets out of it. The last time he actually beat me. That's the cool thing about Pokemon, is it's not always anybody can win, anybody can lose. That's just how it plays out. And it was super cool. He was super pumped about it, and I was really pumped for him. I think that's awesome. Nothing crazy out of there. So we're gonna keep this one moving along. I apologize, my videos have been kind of long. I don't know if that is appealing or not to anybody, but I apologize for those that it's not. We're jumping into the Clara one. Got some purple damage counters. Pretty cool. And what do we got in here? I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it all out. Throw the box. Sleeves. Not gonna get into this again. Cool art. And we have the Clara coin. These are just pretty cool to collect. These ones are actually like pretty big. Usually they're really small, but in these collections, I've noticed they've been including some really large coins. But that's really cool. I have like a tin of all the coins that I have collected over the years, I guess. And it's kind of neat. At least collect like one of them, or one ofs. Then we have the Clara full art. This card is also really good. It states choose one or both, so you can do one or the other or both. Put up to 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, and put up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So you can see how that'd be really powerful, especially since the first one states 2 Pokemon. It doesn't say 2 basic Pokemon or 2 evolution Pokemon. It's any Pokemon, so that's really cool. The text is very important. That's one thing about Pokemon, is that there's only a very minor amount of cards are super misleading. Otherwise, they just literally do exactly what they say. There's no like side text or anything, or misinterpreting the text. It's pretty straightforward. This deck box is also pretty cool. Same quality and stuff. You got the Galarian Wheezing right there. Very cool art. Again, these are nice. I would definitely recommend using these. I have an abundance of deck boxes, so we actually might do some sort of giveaway with those. Let me know if you'd be interested. If that'd be something of interest, in just a smaller giveaway. Because like I said, I've got too many deck boxes. One thing I'm guilty of is both collecting a lot of these like play Pokemon playmats and deck boxes. So I've got actually that cabinet back there is like full of playmats and stuff. So I've got a problem, but that's all right. I'm okay with it. Because it gives me an opportunity to switch out matte arts for you guys all the time. Keep you on your toes. Bolton V. This is another card that I wished would have been better. Yeah, nothing crazy to go over there. And a Brilliant Stars. Another really powerful staple came out of this set in Arceus V-Star. There's a code for y'all. Arceus V-Star had a huge reign for a while. Then it kind of dipped out of the format for a sec, and now it's almost like coming back, which is awesome. I thought Arceus V-Star was a super fun addition to the game. It's super powerful. One of the powers that you can use on it lets you just go search for 2 cards out of your deck. Any 2 cards. You can only use it once per game, but that's a really powerful ability. Semisphere V. I've pulled so many of these. When I first opened Brilliant Stars out of the booster boxes that I got when it first came out. So many Semisphere Vs. I actually have like an overflow binder of just V Pokemon that I pulled doubles, triples, quadruples of. But that'll happen. Some of them are more common than others. That is going to happen, but those are the ones that you can trade away. Trading is part of the fun. Nice. This is a trainer gallery, because as you can see, there is a trainer in the artwork. Trainer Gallery Kingdra. That's really cool. I actually don't think I ever pulled this one. I like these a lot. Ooh, and a Darkrai V. This deck was one that was super hyped up coming into this set, and then never ended up being like super good. It was decent, but it never saw any huge play. But now, like the last international championship that just happened, there was apparently a lot of Darkrai decks, so might be some hope for this. Be kind of cool. I'd maybe even try it out. I like Darkrai, he's pretty sweet. There's another question for y'all. Who is your favorite legendary Pokemon? I know that's a hard one. I actually don't know if I could choose who my absolute favorite legendary is, because I got a lot. I like a lot of the legendary Pokemon, actually. Gage Shot Bog is a pretty good stadium. I don't think I could choose. For the longest time when I was younger, I was like a huge fan of Zapdos. Zapdos was easily my favorite. But now, I have no idea. So you tell me who your favorite legendary Pokemon is, and we'll see what we can get. There's a Silver Tempest code. And whichever one is your favorite, do you collect the cards of that Pokemon? Serena is a very good card in the standard format right now. You can choose one of the lines. Discard up to 3 cards from your hand. You must discard at least 1 card. If you do, draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. So that's like a pretty powerful ability. It's not super spectacular, but I've found myself having to use it when I just have a really dead hand and I happen to have a Serena. So I just discard as many cards as I don't need at that given time and drop to 5. The second one in particular is really nice. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V with their active Pokemon. So you get like a boss's orders kind of effect out of that, except it's limited just to Pokemon V. So that's something to keep in mind with the new cards coming out. That will not work on the EXs because they're obviously not Pokemon V. Now, Pokemon V does include V Max because it's still it's an evolution of a V, so that makes sense. But yeah, it won't work on EXs. Grass Energy, Venomoth, Wallace, Jinx, Fennekin, Murkrow, Beldum, Baltoy, the clay animation one, that's cool. Sunkern, Litten. I love Litten. Litten was one of my favorite fire starters. That's cool. And Arcanine. All right. Going into one more Silver Tempest pack, and then we got a sweet little surprise pack to open up here. See what we get out of this. Can we get anything out of this last one? Claydol. A lot of Claydol cards in the past have been super good. There hasn't been a really good one lately. Dreepy, love Dreepy, Vulpix, Donphan, and Klinklang. That's how it is sometimes. Nothing super awesome, nothing super crazy, but we'll take it. It's still fun. We got some pulls, some tradable pulls at that. Lots of playable cards. So that's pretty sweet. We'll get these out of the way, and we're gonna move into, actually right here from the last video, when you get the ETBs, you can get a code card for it to give you a certain set of sleeves and stuff on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. So here is the one for the Miraidon box, and you'll also get that Miraidon card. And then there's the Miraidon one. So if you claim the Miraidon, maybe save this one for somebody else. But there you go. I get a lot of those too. So now the exciting part, compliments of Zeke's Comics and Games. We've got a Pokemon Prize Pack Series 2. Now these can be considered super rare, mostly because a lot of people don't actually play the game, and that's how you're supposed to get these. You will see them for sale. I hate to admit that, but they're not supposed to be for sale. People should not be selling these. The way you obtain these is by going to your local shop that supports Play Pokemon, and you play in a tournament. It just depends. Sometimes you can show up. It's up to the store's discretion how they can hand these out, but just show up and learn how to play the game. They might give you some. Play in a tournament. If you win the tournament, you can get more. But these are really cool. These are some of the Play Pokemon promo stamped cards that I'm a huge fan of. If you've seen some people open these in the past, they might come off as like super boring, but that's where I come in, because these cards are super awesome. They've promo printed a lot. Basically what these are is they're meant to appeal to primarily players, but then the collector player mix. So you're going to get promo stamp cards that might be really boring to a lot of people, but they're like super playable. So that's always really fun. I'm actually going to keep that right there so we can show. We get this one. This is awesome. So you get the Play Pokemon promo stamp on this Ultra Ball. And the other thing to note about these is a lot of these are worth like a lot of money, because in these Play promo sets, they printed a lot of cards with this promo on it, and they've become pretty darn rare. I know I saw a Charizard going for like $800 or something, and it's not even a good Charizard, but it's just that promo. Sweet. Double Turbo Energy. I love that because I use this card a lot. This is really, really cool with that promo stamp on there. Bronzong. That's really, really cool. I don't play many metal-based decks, but Bronzong was really good. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a metal energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. So that's pretty sweet. You can do it as many times as you want. You can just keep moving metal energy around. So that could be super handy. The Foil Malamar, the Rapid Strike Malamar. Now this is a really fun deck when it first came out. It was super powerful. It has the Rapid Strike Tentacles attack 40 times. Reveal any number of Rapid Strike cards from your hand. This attack does 40 damage for each card you revealed in this way. Then shuffle the cards back in your deck. That is the broken phrase right there. They never, ever should have allowed you to shuffle those cards back into your deck. In my humble opinion, they should have been discarded, but that's what made the deck insane, is you could just kind of loop that. Ooh, got a Foil Magma Basin. This is that one I was talking about with the Arcanine, the Fire Stadium that we've got right now. Once during each player's turn, that player may attach a Fire Energy card from their discard pile to one of their benched Fire Pokemon. If a player attached energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters, which is 20, on that Pokemon. So very cool to accelerate some energy. And then you get 1 promo energy. Sometimes you'll get some foil ones in there. So we didn't get any, like they do print some of the V's and stuff, with these promo stamps on them. So we didn't get any of those, but in my opinion, every card in these promo packs is a hit because they're just awesome. But yeah, that's actually gonna do it. We're gonna move back over into the face cam. That's all I've got for today. The premium tournament collections. Let me know what you think of those. Might do a giveaway with these deck boxes because I don't need them particularly for anything. So if there's any interest in that, let me know. But the next big thing we're shooting for is that 100 subscriber mark, and we're gonna give away the Raichu. Send it to one of you guys. When we get 100 subscribers, I'll just do some sort of question, and we'll pick a winner from there. But yeah, stick around, leave a like and a comment if you'd like, and definitely be sure to subscribe. We've got a lot more content coming up. Stay tuned. Thanks so much, guys.